Welcome back to the Scale Mutator video series. This video is going to go over the triads method. So looking at the comment above the method here, you'll notice that if you're passed an array here, this has 6 values in it, you'll notice that you first take the first 3 and put them in the new array, and then the next 3 values in the array. But there is some overlap, you'll see there. And so this is one of the most difficult ones to figure out what the size of the new array is going to be. So I'll show you some examples in a minute. But first, just to point out that really this is all like this, and I'm going to undo it. The reason it's written so separated, so this is the new array. It has this many elements. But the reason we had all the spaces was just to kind of help delineate where these values in the new array come from. So again, you're going to make a new array, you're going to fill it, and you're going to return the new array, not the list. So again, the size of the new array you're going to make. So it might be helpful to write yourself some examples. So if I was passed an array of 3 elements, I would return an array of size 3. If we were passed an array of size 4, we would first take the 1, 2, 3, and then we'd take the 2, 3, 4, so the size would be 6. So you want to look at the original size or length of the array, and then look at the new length, and see if you can come up with a formula for when you create the array that you're going to return. You need to know the size of it. So see if you can come up with some algorithm that would work for all of these different sizes of lists. So that's the first part. And then once you get the array made, you could certainly have some sort of for loop. You're going to need a variable for the old array and for the new array. The new array could be using I. But so notice when you get the 0, 1, 2 of the original array, you can do things like a plus 1, a plus 2 to get the thing out of list at A, the thing out of list at A plus 1, the thing out of list at A plus 2. So you can do things like that and copy that into your new array. So then when A increments by 1, then at this point A is 1, and you want to get the thing at list A plus 1, and list A plus 2. And so A increments again, and you want to do it again, and then this is where you stop. And so A really only had the value 0, 1, 2, but you're using A to get the next value of A plus 1 and the next value of A plus 2. So whatever you're doing here, you need to make sure that A stops when A plus 2 is less than the length of the original array. And then you can handle I however you want. So whether it's a while loop, a for loop, you'd likely want 2 variables. And this is again one that you want to go very carefully and slowly and use that debugger so you can see the values getting loaded as you go. So just to show you, here's the example. If I end that run and run it again. And then we have the triad sequence as triad, so that's option 8. And so you can see that it increases the size quite a bit, but you can see those triads in there. So remember to use the debugger again, and that can help you trace that the values you think are getting copied into the array are the ones getting copied in. And remember, as always, you can email me if you need any help. But good luck and happy coding.